You're not original. None of us are. Even as clever as I think I am, hiding booze and sneaking around like I was, you go to meetings and you find somebody who did the exact same thing. Whether you share it and they come up to you after and say they did the same thing, or you're just sitting there and somebody tells a story of something that you did and you're like, dang, I thought I was clever. You're not. It's all alcoholics all think alike. We all think the same. Like we all have one goal. The goal is to get drunk. So if you're listening to this and when you drink, your goal is to get drunk, not sit and enjoy the pumpkin flavor of the beer in October, like nobody cares about that. Alcoholics don't care about that. All they want to do is get drunk as fast as possible. So if you're that type of person, I can tell you that you're not original because there's millions of people out there that are the same way, and everything that you've done to sneak and hide, they've done too. They've hid it in their dressers. They've hid it in their closets. They. When I was at the recovery center, I heard of a guy who would bought two end caps to his water hose, and he bought a brand new water hose and he'd fill them up with vodka, and he would just hang the water hose in the garage, and he would go out there and just take one of the caps off and take a couple chugs out of his water hose, right? Like, you think you're the only guy that has a garage beer fridge or beer in the fridge in the garage, and that you go out there throughout the day, whatever, and chug two of them and stick them in the trash can, right? Cover them up. No, you're not. Some of the stuff that happens is hilarious. Like one time, I was drinking so much Bud Light Platinum at one point, and uh, trash day, I was just putting them in, just throwing them in the trash can, like with no regard for it, right? And but we lived in Virginia Beach now on a quiet street in a retired neighborhood. It's not the busy streets of IB and all the people out. Like, you can't be responsible for your trash can in the street and IB. I mean, people can throw whatever in there, right? But on a quiet neighborhood in Virginia Beach, when there's only a house on your left, right, and three across the street, and the trash guy comes and lifts up your recycle bin, it sounds like, which sounded like a 20-minute cascade of falling bottles. It may have only been 20 seconds, but it was enough that the two neighbors that were mowing their yards stopped and looked at the truck. And then they looked at me. And I hadn't had any parties lately, right? That was all, every one of those bottles was me. And you could just hear them clinking in the truck as they're falling inside the truck and rolling around. And then finally, the noise finally stops, and my neighbors kind of give me this disgusted look, and they're about to start going back to what they're doing. And then the truck drives off, and all the bottles start clinking again. Oh, man. But see, an alcoholic doesn't see a problem at that time, right? All they see is, dang, I got busted by the neighbors. Thank God it wasn't my wife. That was a close call. That's a gap I hadn't identified before. So now I'm going to make sure I put all the bottles back into the box and close the box so that when it goes into the trash truck, it doesn't make a big noise. Um, hiding your vodka bottles in your bathrooms or your pantries or whatever your liquor bottles are so that you can, you know, sneak off to the bedroom or bathroom and grab a couple shots and then come back down and sit on the couch like everything's all cool. But you can get your drunk level up enough or maintain the drunk level that you have. It's all been done before. It's all been done before. You're not original. And that's cool. Like it's awesome because once you start hearing that you're not original, like I thought I was original hiding uh, my sneak bottle of vodka in the dog food. Right? That sounds clever. I went to a meeting and a guy came up to me after and said that he thought he was original because he hid his booze and his dog food until he heard me say that I hid vodka in my dog food. So even the most clever thing you think you've done to sneak and hide, like it's been done. So listen to a meeting online or go sit in a couple in the back and just um, let it sink in. It'll help you, man. It'll pull you back down from the crazy ledge, one story at a time. Is like one peg at a time, where you come down and you feel like you've found your people. Like, these are my people. Oh my God, where have you been my whole life? And then that's when you can start to learn how to live a life without alcohol. They'll teach you. They'll help you. They'll. I met more ride or die friends in AA than I ever met in the Navy. I mean, these are the kinds of people that you call them at 3 a.m. They will be there. They will come, and it's just you have to be ready to receive the help. A lot of us aren't ready. We something happened and we just need to sober up for a little bit and lay low. Um, and that's fine. You can do that there too, and you can at least learn a little bit while you're laying low. And you go back to drinking. At some point, you're probably going to end up back, in these shoes again. And at least you know where to go, right? And they won't judge you for going back out and drinking. So it's safe.